Hello everyone. Today I would like to take a look at the impact of the song I'm Not Racist by Joyner Lucas. First off, I would like to find the message of the song. And in order to do that, I think a good place to look is in the chorus. The chorus reads, I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into two floors. I'm not racist. But there's two sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours. Uh, by saying that the first stroke is it's like we're living in the same building but split into two floors, means that it's a reference to how the white and the black community are both living in America, but they're split, they're very divided. And the next line is, but there's two sides to every story, I wish that I knew yours, is a reference to how the white and black community in America should, instead of fighting each other, they should talk to each other, and they should figure out more about each other and learn from each other. Joyner Lucas also gives us a direct message in the music video for this song. At the very end, he puts up the text, "We were all humans until race disconnected us, religion separated us, politics divided us, and wealth classified us." But this means that we were once all connected, and we were once only humans. We weren't separated by race, religion, politics, or wealth. And he would like to go back to come to a reality where this is all happening. Next up, it's very important to look at the relevancy of the song, because it's actually quite an old song. The song was released in 2017, that's 4 years ago. However, the divide in America between white and blacks are still very big. Uh, Over on the left here, I found a poll that asked the Americans if they should pay more attention to the history of slavery and racism in America. And in here you can see that only about half of all whites think that it's very important and very good. And way more, so actually it's 75% of blacks that thinks that we should pay more attention. And also on the right, I found an NBC article that said, report, black people are still killed by the police at a higher rate than other groups. And it's actually 27% of all police brutality and police shootings are committed against black people, even though they only make up 16% of the American population. And I'm not the only one that agrees that this is still very relevant. I found a YouTube comment that says, 3 years later, it's still more relevant than ever. And of course, this comment was from a year ago, because the song is 4 years old, but it still stands. It's still very relevant, this song. I would now like to take a look at the reception that the song I'm Not Racist has garnered. I found a CNN article that says, I'm Not Racist is a brutal race conversation nobody wants to have. And this shows that it really did stir up something in the American community. And I also took a look at the YouTube comments, and I found a comment that said, quite possibly the strongest lyrics I've ever heard, very moving. And this is not the only comments. I picked one out of hundreds of comments that said that this song has moved them and that it made them question everything they had ever learned before. But however, I also found a few comments that showed that a lot of people didn't get it. I found one that says, half the dislikes are from people who only watches the first half. I've tried to show so many people this video, and they dismiss it before the first verse is finished, shaking my head. If only they could recognize this masterpiece. And this is actually a very big problem, with people only listening to the first half of the song, which is it's the racist part, to say the least. It's a part where a lot of the black tropes come forward. So what I've done in order to try and show you how this communication is wrong is I've put the communication through the Shannon-Weaver model. And to start off, we have the center, it's Joyner Lucas. we have the encoding message, which is him writing the lyrics. Then we have the channels, which the communication is coming through, and in this case it's YouTube, where we see the YouTube video, and it's Spotify and other music streaming services like Apple Music or SoundCloud. Then we have the decoding message, which is people listening for the first time, and then they're getting their own version of the story. They might not get the same message that Joyner Lucas is trying to send them. And then, of course, the receivers, everyone who listens to music, or at least listens to his music, and also people who has to listen to the song because it's part of the homework. And then we have the feedback, which is the reception. If I can just go back a couple, this is the slides. This is the feedback that I was talking about, and then we have the noise, and the noise is, I think, personally, the biggest noise there is with this song is people not understanding the message. And we have the example from before with people saying that a lot of guys and girls don't understand the first half, or only listen to the first half of the song, and then make their opinion by only listening to that half, because you really need to listen to the whole song in order to understand the meaning and the message. So that's a very big noise. Another noise I find is that I saw a comment that said something along the lines with what the first man was saying was everything was wrong with what the first man was saying, and then the black man came in and corrected him. But that's not the message of the song. The message is to listen to each other, not just listen to one person and then getting corrected by another person who might have biases from another place. So in conclusion, I think it does a very good job at shedding a new light on the whole racism situation that goes on in America, and it also manages to impact a wide range of people, because this is a very controversial song. So a lot of people listen to it and they form their own opinion, and I think that's what Joyner Lucas was going for. He was trying to give people a new look on the situation in America. Last up, I have my sources, and yeah, if you want to go in and look at them, we have the first source, which is the poll I used. Then we have the source from NBC, and we have the quote from CNN that I used, and also we have the YouTube video, which I also used.